Happy New Year! So excited for 2025. Should I be? I don't actually know. But I think a lot of people felt like 2024 just hit them with a sack full of bricks. Ugh. But I'm just saying this based off of all my friends that have struggled, me that has struggled, and all the reels I have seen about people who have struggled in 2024. So, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, here's to hoping you actually have, overall, most of the time, a happy 2025. Because we know, sadness, happiness, up and downs, they come and they go. Nothing's long lasting, blah blah blah. Let's get to some fun stuff. Hope, no barking! With the new year comes my novel being published, which is wild and exciting and nerve-wracking. And sometimes I want to shout and jump, and then sometimes I want to cry because I'm so nervous and anxious. It's dang hard to publish a novel. Doing the layout of it, working with a cover designer, getting it reviewed by others, it's so hard. So the fact that it's out there right now is amazing. It came out on January 1st, and I've had beautiful support from some of my family and friends, even some coworkers. There's a book club at my work, and they decided they were gonna read my book for one of the months. Now it's not until September. Book clubs, you're pretty brutally honest about what you think about the book, and I'm like, maybe I'll just skip out on that one. You guys say whatever you want about my book, don't let me interfere, but I don't know if I'm gonna go through that just in case it's a little too brutal. I don't know. So many exciting things, but something that I have been saving to announce until right now is that not only is my book published and you can purchase a Kindle, a hard copy, or a soft copy on Amazon, but also there's not an audiobook version yet, so I am going to read it to y'all, my YouTube subscribers, every week. Once a week, I'm going to read a chapter out of my book. There are 19 chapters. Hint, hint, one of them short, so I'm gonna combine it. So for the next 18 weeks, I'm gonna read my book, Shirley Shelley, to you guys. Now, I'm not a professional, but I do like to try and make the voices, so I want to have it be entertaining, and y'all can follow along if you want and get your own copy. If you're more of a listener, then just plug in your headphones and listen. Either way, I'm super excited to do this. And here's to the next bit of just diving into a fictional world and me talking about the chapters a little bit. However, that doesn't start until next week, so for today, this week, I'm gonna read another blog post. And now this 2025, I am reading blog posts that happened last year, wild, in 2024. I was just talking about how nervous I am about everything. Well, this blog post talks about how stressful it can be just to be alive and be a human being. And I don't think it needs any more preface than that, so I'm gonna go into it now. This blog was posted on March 17th, 2024, blog titled The Stress of Humanity. Welcome to life. Each person's place of birth determines expectations set upon them, but in every destination, one will likely experience the following: a need for oxygen, bodily requirements for food and water, interactions with other human beings. As a Homo sapien, I am well acquainted with these items. Not all humans have access to the basics, but fortunately I do. That said, basics or no basics, humans can't avoid difficulties, and difficulties don't have boundaries. They see a passerby, and do they give them space? Let them make their journey alone? No. Seldom does this happen. Difficulties try to nudge their way in until they can join for at least part of the journey. Most times they'll be so intrusive that they smush next to us in the driver's seat and take control of the steering wheel. Because I strive for kindness, even to these unwanted companions, it's not uncommon for me to let them stay longer than necessary. That, and most times I can't figure out how to get them to leave. This happens. No one wants to invite the bully to walk to school with them, but there are times when the tormentor traps the victim. The victim can't get out. As an adult, I became familiar with a more erroneous situation than this. The bully disappears and the victim creates conflict for themselves. And what does the victim use for inspiration? Interactions with other humans. Nothing would be bothering me, but suddenly I'd see a person I met in church that one time and stress appeared. What do? Look away? Start a conversation? Invite them into my home and give all my belongings to them? A smile will do. And sometimes that smile didn't cause stress, but many times I ended up overanalyzing everything. Do I say hi now or wait? Oh, they're too far away. I'll look away until they're closer. Okay, should I look back now and wave hi, or did I just make things awkward by looking away? Could they tell I was pretending not to see them? Hi! Oh, no, I got distracted and I think I made an odd face at them. I hope they couldn't tell. I hoped it looked like I was smiling. Engaging in a conversation with a mere acquaintance challenged me as well. What topics should we cover? Did we cover those things last week, month, year? Did they even remember our last conversation? How long should we keep talking for? Finally, I cannot forget all the uncomfortable moments when close friends felt like strangers. Maybe I saw them the day before, but suddenly they seemed distant, too formal. Did I do something? Were they going through something? What did I do? What happened to them? Humanity requires human interaction. This requirement inflicts stress upon many people, myself included. Simply, it's stressful to be human. I've looked at dogs with kind owners and wondered at the animal's bliss. So little seems to be expected of them. They don't have to say the right thing at the right time, in the right place, to the right person, in the right way. They don't have to write a good post, hone in on the most relevant subject, put it up at the perfect time, stay consistent in quality and quantity. I'll say things in a weird tone like I just did recently, and figure it all with little to no help. Figure it all out with little to no help. You see what I'm saying? Like, getting it right is so hard. Blah. Why does humanity come so unnaturally to some? Or does it come unnaturally to all? Why do we assume it comes naturally to anyone? The stress of humanity is not only that we have to interact with other humans, but we have to interact with other humans that seem to have it all figured out. The sun glints off their effortless smiles as they pass others in the street. Their contributions to a conversation come without stutter or pause. And they reach out endearingly if a friend has closed themselves off. Some might view them as human gods, leaders of mankind. But human gods don't exist. Unless Percy Jackson and the Olympians had it right, in which case I'd like to be reconsidered for the camp. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, according to many doctors. So anyway, the stress of humanity had a hold on me for a long time. However, I found a way to escape it. Now, if anything, this stress and I will link pinky fingers once in a while, maybe hold hands, but it does not cram into the driver's seat with me like it used to. Why? Because the space stress used to occupy is taken up by something else. Confidence. Self-confidence. And confidence doesn't give up its seat easily. It reminds me that my desire to say hi to others is good. It reminds me that if I say something awkward, others likely won't care or will forget about it quickly. And it reminds me that if others do react negatively toward me, the reaction does not determine my worth. I am still the same woman who desired to be kind and friendly. Ultimately, self-confidence does not tell me that I'm better than others. It does not tell me I'm perfect and have no need of improvement. It does tell me that I have value, I have worth. And others' reactions toward me do not determine how much of that value and worth I have. Every person's value and worth is infinite and it exists constantly, whether another person validates that or not. Gaining this self-confidence assists me in noticing how my good deeds are good deeds. My human interactions contain flaws, but people are used to flawed things. Most don't blink an eye at an awkward moment. Self-confidence has led me to more hellos on the street, more conversations, and more moments of putting myself out there socially. As my stress-free human interactions have increased, I've had times of selflessness that unlocked my ability to observe. I've noticed when others have felt like a thorn among a wad of cotton. Their fears of harmfully sticking out do not take hours to notice. It happens to be a fear of most people, and I only say most because it's wise for an author to avoid generalizations. In this case, most means nearly every single person on Earth. As mentioned above, we all have to interact with other human beings, so almost all of us have this stress of humanity. When we recognize this, we will get more comfortable in any crowd we're in because we know we're not alone. Add in some self-confidence, some remembrances of personal worth and value, and suddenly the stress starts to dissipate. It takes time to overcome this. And when I say it takes time, I mean like more than a month or 2 or 3 or a quarter of a year. You see where I'm going? There are people who need extra help from specialists and other resources. There is no shame in getting a boost up if no one ever taught you how to climb, or even if you had a hard time developing this skill. The learning will come, but again, it takes time, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying the view from up above while you learn. And I really mean that. I am one of those people who has needed extra help. I have gone to therapy. I still go to therapy. There's nothing wrong with it. The stress of humanity may never disappear permanently. Like I said, it may reappear here and there. So when it does come by again, acknowledge it's there. Maybe catch up with the old frenemy, but do not give up confidence's seat. I feel like whenever I smile at the end, it's always just like very timid smile. But that's okay, because I'm confident. I took a lot of time talking in the beginning, and obviously I took a lot of time to get around to filming this because it's darkening. So I just want to say, again, people, get all the help you can. We only have so many years on this earth. Let's not spend it filled with stress, filled with hate, and whatever else could weigh us down. I'm working on myself in therapy, but I'm taking steps to work on myself to become more like the person I want to be and to heal some of my past traumas that hinder me from being the person I want to be, that keep me from being confident enough to embrace myself. Acceptance is key, said Katy Perry in her song Unconditionally. Unconditionally love yourself, guys. I really, really hope y'all have a good 2025. Whether you hate my YouTube channel or love it, hate me, love me, whatever. I really hope this is a year where you can find peace within yourself and move forward to greater things in life. Find joy and share it with others. And I hope each one of my subscribers is doing what they can to love themselves so that they can also love others, and we can just make the world a better place through the small things, you know? That is all. I love y'all. Sorry it's been so long, but now you have me for 18 weeks in a row reading my book, so ding! I hope you have a good rest of your day, your week, your hour, and thanks for tuning in.